Hi, I'm Josh. I'm from FailSnail. We're an organisation out there to teach all you young people to feed off your fails, to take a positive approach, to know that you're not going to be able to do it the first time. In fact, it might take you 10 times before you can do this. But it's about reaching these fails and bringing them to a success, to learn from what other people have tried and to how to bring this to success. I'm 18 years old. I've had a bit of experience. I've started when I was about 10 years old, about starting my small business, about doing things to make money, doing things to inspire other people. I'll be starting off this page by giving a brief description of what I've done previously, so you guys can learn of what I've done wrong, how we can improve that, how you guys can try something that will improve your business. Alright, at 10 years old, I was interested in computers from a friend of mine. I had no idea. This was my first computer. So we went through different types of games you can play, from Minesweeper to you name it. But at 10 years old, you can't do much. You don't have money. You know, you've just got your friends. You can talk. You can ask mum for a new computer, but she doesn't want to buy you one. So we started that at 10. At about 12 years old, at school, my mate of mine who I'm good mates with now, he's got no interest in computers, and then I reached into this field as he introduced me to this next generation sort of a gaming way. This was Age of Empires 3 that started me off. It was an online game that we used to play on the internet. We found the first time that we went online together, we were crying with laughter. We've never done this before, and it was an addiction. It wasn't just a gaming addiction, it was the feeling of being around people and having your presence with them. This led us to him quitting the game and getting into football, and then me getting more addicted to these games. But not the playing. Playing the games was great, but I was more addicted to the social environment, how you can be on the internet and you can meet all these people and be connected. So this is where my Steam, a gaming platform that people use nowadays. Games are stored on your Steam account, which I found Counter-Strike Source. This was through school playing Counter-Strike, and I developed an interest for this game because there was such a large modding community. So I started doing a custom map. We were playing mini games and surf and all these sort of things, which led me and some friends to start up a server of our own where we could sell admin privileges, which would allow players to kick, ban, vote different maps, you name it. This developed quite quickly with a small startup cost of creating a machine and hosting it in one of our houses, which I'm sure my parents didn't enjoy the power bill, but we enjoyed the $40 a month that we're making at this point. This slowly died out after the high maintenance that it required. So we started looking into some solutions where we could buy a server online, which would be much faster and more reliable. This led us to buying on a game servers, which then we grew to a large surf community, which ended up having about 60 paying admins at $50 a month. Now this was amazing for me and my friend to be doing this after my other friends leaving our group, and then to see that I was able to buy my computer, my $3,000 computer, from this money at 14 years old. This led my parents to questioning my ways of making money, whether it was drugs, whether it was these other dodgy ways, or stealing. But I was then to show them my PayPal account to see how I was doing this. In the process of this, I learned HTML. This is my website creation code, which would allow me to have people go into this PayPal button, which they could pay me to get their admin privileges. This made me, every night I would be maintaining this and feeding off the positive energy that everyone had in the server. They loved it because the server was always full. Everyone would wait to join. So the game was dying out as a new Counter-Strike was arising, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I sold the server then for $350, which doesn't sound like much, but I bought it for a much lower price, and I knew that as soon as this new one came out, the game would die quite quickly. That was my assumption at the time. I thought everyone would be moving to Global Offensive. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case. I bought the Global Offensive game the day it came out. I had my servers ready to go. I wanted to be the first server that would have surf on Global Offensive, and I was the first server in Adelaide. This was Project Over at this time. We were able to create a surf map that we could use for this, which we got from an American map creator. This was fine, but the surf was not the same, and it led me to losing about $150 in server fees, as no one wanted to buy admin, as it wasn't as interesting, as the modding community wasn't as great as what it could have been. This then led me to lose interest in gaming and ways of making money on games. I then led to, as I was leading up, I was fixing computers and doing LAN events. So my LANing events would consist of a few friends of mine where we would compete for money, for prizes, it was great fun, and led us to get new graphic cards and a new process to build a stronger computer. This was great. We were having lots of fun, but again, this wasn't a thing where it was as positive as what it could be, as we could do so much better. And our local LAN event shut down. We had nowhere to game anymore. We were doing it at our friend's house, and we thought it's time for us to step up. It's time for us to make the event that we wish for, the one that we wanted, but no one would ever do it. So we progressed this, and we always had a motto that you can't ever expect the mid-range, you can't expect the high, but you've got to expect the absolute lowest possible attendance to get this event to happen. So whether you're an online store, what does it cost you to break even? And then you need to make that as low as you can, because you don't know how many people you're going to get. Sure, you can have a good idea, but you need to expect the absolute lowest possible people, because anything else is better, guys. That's what we found. We aimed for 12 people for our event, and what do you know? We ended up getting about 20 people for the first turnout, and we made money. Sure, this was non-for-profit, but we were able to upgrade the equipment per LAN event and so forth. I then progressed my web design after my parents having a small business and finding the process quite daunting, and the different salesmen that would come in and try to sell this to them. This was able to lead me to creating my own business in web design. And then I was able to start my Vastech Innovation, which I'm now only recently started, which I'm finding new challenges and opportunities. And then this leads me to where I am today. So I'm continuing with marketing, I've continued on my SEO, but I'm always getting better. I'm learning, I'm failing. That's what happens. These sort of videos are the ones which inspire me, because I'd like to see where these older, more experienced people would find where they fail. So I hope I helped you guys out today. I'd like to come back in a few years' time to tell you how it went, as my life experience is still growing. But remember to share, hit us up, post some videos, guys. We'd love to see them. Share your fail with the world. How can we grow on that? Alright, again, this is Josh from FailSnail. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be in the description below. But thanks for that.